How's it guys, this is Dayvy FPL and welcome back to another Fantasy Premier League video here on my channel. Now this video is going to be the last video for the season. It's going to be the Gameweek 38 review, and we're going to take the season as a whole and review it and kind of look at the positives and some negatives and kind of where we went right and where we could have probably improved. We're also going to take a look at the channel as a whole, and I'm going to ask you guys for a little bit of advice on improvements and that kind of thing. But I thought that I would do this video as a little bit of a closure video, not only for the season, but also to kind of provide a finale of the journey we've been on, and to provide an ending to this video diary of the season. I think it's going to be quite useful, not only to look back on in the future, but also to, once we're in advanced seasons, we're going to look back on it, and hopefully we can take note of what happened on the last game week of the season, and maybe history will repeat itself with some of the fixtures and just things like that. So in terms of Game Week 38, we're just going to look at it quite briefly, and then we're going to go into some more discussions. So I made two transfers this game week, and those transfers were Redmond and Vardy in, with Son and Jimenez on the way out. The transfers overall paid off, obviously, with Redmond scoring that banger and picking up some bonus points on the way out as well. Vardy was a little bit disappointing. I honestly did not expect that Chelsea-Leicester fixture to kind of pit it down into a 0-0 draw. Thought there were going to be a lot more goals in that, but can't really do much about that. The transfers could have paid off a lot better if I had opted for someone like Zaha maybe. He picked up a hat-trick of assists, I do believe. So, but you know what? I never was really considering him, and I kind of went for Vardy as a little bit of a punt. As I said before, I kind of was expecting some goals from Leicester. But overall, the team did very well. Lloris was on for 2 bonus points, so it was quite disappointing when they ended up conceding. However, they did end up conceding 2 towards the end, so that clean sheet wouldn't have held anyway. So he picked up a save point, so he ended up on 3 points. Lloris has kind of dipped off a little bit defensively in the past couple game weeks. He was on excellent form previously, but has seen a little bit of reduced points. He still manages to pick up the save point. Ironically, as in the previous video, I kind of said I was going to play Foster for the save point, but went for Lloris as he was a little bit more of a differential, and I only noted that towards the beginning of the deadline, as I went on and checked his ownership and was surprised to see that he was a lot less owned than Foster. So I ended up playing him as a little bit of a differential along with Valerie, who were very disappointed, or I was very disappointed when Huddersfield ended up scoring and Southampton actually ended up drawing. But can't be too mad about that fixture after Redmond picking up the goal for Southampton. But Valerie only with the 2 points. Could have been a nice clean sheet sweep with the defense, but obviously Southampton did concede. Robertson with 6 points. I was very happy with him when he got subbed, as Liverpool were looking a little bit shaky at the back, and Robbo has dipped off a little bit in assists, and Alexander-Arnold has been playing a lot better. So ended up picking 6 points up along with his partner Alexander-Arnold. Only difference is Alexander-Arnold did a lot better in the attacking point of view with assists and bonus points. So Alexander-Arnold has been an absolute gem since I brought him in, picking up the 15 points and another double-digit haul again. One of the disappointing things in my defense was not owning Laporte. He has been an absolute machine since the wildcard week, I do believe. Picking up massive points, and when City conceded quite early on to Brighton, I thought that I was going to be able to kind of make up a lot of space on those Laporte owners, but then he ends up picking up a goal, so can't really describe what has happened there. He's just been such a great option, and unfortunately I haven't been on his picked him up on the team. And then we have Sterling with 5 points, picked up an assist for a free kick that Gundogan put in very nicely. Had a relatively quiet afternoon, I do believe. Didn't really watch that game as I was watching the Liverpool game, but an assist for his captainers wasn't too bad. In the end, Sterling and Aguero, there wasn't much in it on the captaincy. The big captaincy option this week would have been Sadio Mane after picking up 2 goals. He looked an absolute machine on the weekend and was getting in the right areas. Overall, had a generally quiet afternoon, but he just kept on popping up in those positions and finished very well. Ericsson with the goal, which I was super happy about, as he is my differential pick, owned by about 12% in the top 10k, so I was happy to get his points finally after managing to hold on to him for quite a while. As I spoke about Redmond already, and I chose to hold on to Jota instead of Jimenez just because I preferred the attacking option over the other midfield options. Jota with 1 point after picking up a yellow card against Liverpool, but I generally wasn't expecting him to play many or get many points against Liverpool after their good defense. However, Wolves did have their chances, and Jota could have picked up an assist. I think it was on the Doherty shot where he managed to hit the bar, so I could have had an assist, but generally I was quite happy because of the Liverpool double up defensively. And then Aguero, my captain, with 6 points, looked quite good for him. I was expecting Man City to beat Brighton. He ended up getting that goal, that equaliser goal, quite quickly after Brighton scored, so I was hoping that he would generally pick up a lot more points with the golden boot in mind, but only picked up the goal and lost all the bonus points after quite a few Man City players got on the score sheet. In my bench, Foster with 1 point, Isaac Success with 0, Bolly with 1, and Dunk with 0. I was actually considering playing Isaac Success just for a little bit of a punt over Jota, as I just thought that maybe Watford would rotate a little bit, but I opted to go for Jota in the end, as Isaac Success hasn't picked up many minutes this season and would have been kind of an ultra differential punt. Wouldn't have actually mattered in the end as he didn't play any minutes. So overall, that saw us get a final points of 78, which was above the average of 51. A very good week to end off the season, and it saw us rise in rank to 22nd in the world. So quite a large green arrow there. Was very happy with the overall season and the overall rank. As I was saying or thinking or communicating on Twitter earlier in some DMs, it's been kind of a weird season. I don't really know how I'm feeling right now. I just think it's because maybe I was so high up and close to those prize positions that if you miss out on them, it kind of feels like a disappointment. But I think through the coming weeks that I will kind of realize the significance of the rank and kind of overall be happy with it. Overall, as a whole this season, I found the season quite stressful. I think that's just because of every decision was quite pressurized, and I wanted to generally make good decisions for you guys. And that's the thing, is this season, probably the thing that I've enjoyed the most has been this whole YouTube / social media journey. So I've got to thank you guys. You guys have been absolutely phenomenal, and I've always had positive experiences with you guys. Even if it has been a little bit of criticism sometimes, I've taken that with open arms, and I'm very open to criticism. So if there's anything that you feel that I can improve on or would make this channel better, please communicate it to me. Don't be scared to. I want to improve this channel, and I want to improve myself as a content creator. So please reach out to me with any advice or criticism. As I said, the other thing to note is I'm going to have a couple of polls on this video, so please go and vote on those. That's just to kind of nullify some of the thoughts I've had overall on the channel and in general. So please go and vote on those, and I'll take a look at them in the coming weeks. The other thing I wanted to say is that we started this YouTube journey kind of on Gameweek 8. However, it's kind of picked up around Gameweek 20. So I just wanted to say that I'd appreciate it if you guys would comment down below where the rank that you were that Gameweek that you started watching me, whether it be Gameweek 37 or Gameweek 8, and comment where you are or where you finished the season. I just think that this will be quite a nice representation of you guys and your ranks, and also to kind of put yourself out there a little bit and show how you've improved. And I also want to see if maybe I've helped you improve this season, and if by watching me you kind of did improve your rank a little bit. So I'd appreciate if you guys did that. I'm just going to talk about a little bit about where I have come from this season, and overall where we kind of finished. So we started off the season quite well with a back-to-back 92 points. We started off around the 50k mark, and we generally went up except for a dip around Gameweek 8, which ironically is where I started the YouTube journey. However, you can see quickly, just as soon as I started, we've seen some massive green arrows, so a little bit of good luck charm there from the YouTube channel. And we managed to rise in rank till we got up to about the 500 mark, and then we never left the 1K mark up until the end of the season. So I think that's one thing that I can take out of the season that I'm really proud of, is just the level of consistency of the season. I've always kind of been improving, and I think that's basically down to really good captain options and just kind of hopping off players that were about to dip in form and bringing in players that were about to kind of succeed. Once we hit the 100 mark, it kind of just went up from there, and the highest rank that I attained this season was 19, which is a little bit higher than 22, but I'm kind of happy with 22. As long as I was in the top 25, I think that's a great place to finish. So overall, we finished first in South Africa, which was kind of my goal always throughout this season. It's always going to be kind of hard to win FPL overall, especially when you have a player like Adam like Levy or Levi, I don't know how he wants it pronounced, but he's had an absolute stormer, and what a machine of a FPL player, and he's basically had the league and the overall ranks kind of wrapped up for about like 10 game weeks now. So what a player, and what a season he's had. That being said, with all this good stuff and good captaincy options, I don't think I've played a perfect season, and I think that we can always improve on our ranks and our decisions. But I think that this has just been credited to my playing of my own game and kind of sticking to my guns on options and transfers. My overall FPL player of the season has to be Robertson for me. I just think for his price and the amount of points he's produced, he's been an absolute steal. I mean, he's produced more points than attackers, so I've got to give it to him. And I've brought him in from Gameweek 1, and I've held him till the end of the season. So for me, he's my my FPL player of the season. However, for you could have a completely different one. I know Jimenez is also a great option up there, but I fortunately did not have him for much of the season. So maybe he's your FPL player of the season. I'd also appreciate it if you commented down below who your FPL player of the season is, and as I said, how you did from the moments you watched me until you ended the season. So as this is the last video of the season, probably, I just wanted to thank you guys for all the support that you've shown me throughout the season. As I said, it's been a sensational season, and for all the subscribers and followers, I mean, considering we started the season with 0 followers and 0 subscribers, and where we are now, I think that's absolutely phenomenal. And thank you so much for all the support you've shown me and the faith that you've put in me. And I hope that you've enjoyed this channel and enjoyed me as a content creator overall. So, for the last time this season, I'm going to be signing out. This has been Dayvy FPL, and I'm out. Cheers, bye.